Hey everybody, so I am back again today with another project share, and this is a altered book style junk journal that I'm doing for a personal swap with Letty. Hey Letty, I will put Letty's channel in my description box. I will jump right in, you guys, and get started because it's a thick book and I don't want this video to be super long. So, and you guys know my style. Again, if you have any questions, you can just ask me, but you guys know how I put these things together. Again, this is, like I said, altered book. I painted it, and I'm getting kind of a glare, but oh, I love how this one turned out, you guys. I love it so much. And what I did this time was I painted this book, and this is fairly a large book. It's about 9.5 by 6.5, and I really love this size. It's probably my favorite. I painted the book black, and then I went over it lightly with the burnt umber. So I really love how that turned out. It has 2 signatures. Really love it. On the front, for my papers, I used Die Cuts with a View, Timeless Type Stack, and the Time Traveler. I love those 2 stacks. They're probably like my ultimate favorite for like vintage travel. Oh yeah, and vintage travel was the theme. That's what Letty wanted. So on the front, I just have some of that paper from Die Cuts with a View. It's like a matte paper. And then I put this tea-stained doily. This is a vintage postcard that I used, and I just used my decorative corner punch to just add some pretty corners. I used the Tim Holtz hitch fastener to bind it, and this is just a regular elastic, hair elastic. Then on the side I have this really pretty yellow seam binding, and I always like to kind of add like some seam binding or something, you know, that makes the cover pop. And I chose this color because it has some, you know, oranges and yellows. This, you guys, is from the Metal. It's called Metal Momenta. So I got this at Tuesday morning, I think. So that's where that came from. I printed off from my computer Travelog. I was gonna put Wanderlust, but I changed my mind. I like the title Travelog. And I attached this with E6000, and then I put the glossy accents on the top to protect the, you know, the words. And then I used Butterbee Scraps metal corners on all 4 corners, or the 2 corners on the front and on the back as well. And when I add these, I always put a dollop of glossy accents to kind of make it more secure, you know, that it doesn't fall off. And then I just had this in a bag on my desk, and I just added it to a garment pin. I don't even know what it is, but it's very cute. So let's go inside. Ended up thick, but I think after I added the seam binding, makes the pages stick out. Okay, so like I said, 2 signatures, just, you know, pamphlet stitch. There's many tutorials on YouTube for that particular stitch, you guys. This is I think it's American Crafts envelope, and I just stamped The Story Begins, and then right here I have the definition of travel. I just took this from my an old book, dictionary book that I have. This is just some, you know, little pamphlets that I picked up when I go into the city. So hopefully Letty will get to see the Golden Gate someday. And I put a ton of pockets in this journal because, you know, when you're traveling, you know, tend to collect stuff, and, you know, Letty can remove this stuff and put her own stuff in here if she wants. But I just put some more of those vintage postcards that I have, and I found those on eBay. If you type in vintage postcard, they will pop up. It's from China. They ship it from China. I think China. So just different little bits and pieces of paper. That's some leftover paper that I had in my stash. This is just airmail washi. 7 gypsies. Lots of washi, stamping. These are some little cutout tabs from the Die Cuts with a View. Just added washi to the edge. This is a Marcy pocket. Again, just different little bits and pieces of ephemera, some tags. More washi, more stamping. All the paper is tea stained and baked. Some of it's baked. I think this one I air dried, so it's not too crispy. Here's that definition stamp set. Enjoy the journey. Another pocket. This one I kind of messed up. I'm going to fix that actually before I send it to her. Again, just some different little bits and pieces of paper. Tea-stained index card. This one is from the internet. Letty lives in Florida, so I thought I would add some vintage Florida stuff. Washi tape. Little pocket, some tags. You can probably put a picture here. And then journal here. I like that, where you put a photo and then have a spot for journaling. So that's kind of how I did everything. Like photo, journaling. Photo, journaling. Another little tag. Tim Holtz Adage ticket. The other side of that pocket, another vintage postcard. I'll put some old stamps that I had on that one. I love the color of that seam binding. I love this one. It's kind of has like such a beautiful texture. You can kind of see it. Visit Mexico. All of these vintage poster ads I got from just a Google search. This pocket I left nothing because, you know, she needs space to put her stuff. I love this stamp. Says World Traveler. You know how you love to add to these journals, but they end up being, you know, stuffed. But the good thing is, you know, a lot of it can be removed. So this is the start of the second signature, and here's a little pocket, and this is an envelope that she can tuck stuff into. And again, I put another one of those vintage posters. Here I stamped photo log. Pocket. I need to remove that, I think, and put seam binding. Yeah, I forgot that one. This pocket, I just added one of those little die cuts with a view envelopes, and then a tag that I made. And this one says today was, and so she can journal on that. This is just a random one I had in my stash. This is, oops, the definition of vacation. And I just made some pockets here as well. Another vintage postcard. And this one. I love these old postcard things. And then this one. Okay, this one I went to my Canadian stash. I wanted a, you know, part of me in this travel journal. So I put this one, and then there's another little spot here, but I'll show you later. So I added this Tim Hortons, like a gift card holder, and then just put this little piece of ephemera. So hopefully Letty could get to Canada one day. Maybe she's already been there, I don't know. Here I have a paper bag, and then I just added these Tim Holtz rub-ons for her to use when she decides to use her journal. And that fits perfectly right there. Again, another one of those vintage postcards. Another pocket left empty for her to put stuff into. Just some washi tape, some stamping. Here's a postcard from my province in Canada, and I'm going to tell Letty where the Man in the Mountain is because a lot of people have trouble finding it. But if you look right here, you guys, let me get a pencil. So this area here, so there's his chin, his nose, this is his eyes, and this is his hat. So this is his face right there. And so if you just want to read it, pause it and read it. That's a really neat postcard that we find that's there when I go to my province. I always buy a lot and send it because most people can't find it. So I'm going to show you guys because Letty may get annoyed with me if she can't find it. Just some coffee stained index cards. This is a 6x9 envelope, so she has lots of room in here to put stuff. I thought I would leave this blank. You know, I don't want to do everything in this journal. She needs to have some fun herself. This is another part of some junk mail that I got when I was in Canada last year. So this is my province, Newfoundland, Labrador. And I just added some stuff in here for her to journal and have fun with. This is a little magazine cutout from, it's called the Down Home magazine that you get when you go to my province. This one says Memories. Polaroids. This is some Seven Gypsies packaging, so I liked that. And just some paper. Another pocket. This one I put the word traveling. And just some more die cuts from that Time Traveler collection. Another tag. Another pocket with some more cutouts. Tea-dyed airmail envelope. Favorite part of the trip. And this is the back. I made a little pocket out of those little dividers, put some tags, and then I stamped the altered book. So that is Letty's vintage travel journal, you guys. I hope she likes it, and thank you all so much for watching. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment box and I will get back to you. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and everyone, I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye!